All right, let's dive in. Let's try and cut through some of the noise today. When you look at your money, your investments, is it just a number you see? Something going up and down on a screen? Or is it actually, a tool, something actively building the life you want? We talk so much about the what stocks, bonds, maybe crypto, whatever's trending. But today, we really want to get to the heart of the why. Why are you investing at all? What's the real driver behind it?
That's such a crucial starting point. Because without knowing that why, without that clear purpose,
Hmm.
well, even the best portfolio, the most sophisticated one, it's like having this amazing ship, powerful engine looks great. But there's no rudder, no destination set. That might be moving, sure, moving fast even. But is it going anywhere meaningful for you? Or is it just sort of a drift? That movement isn't really progress if it's not heading towards your horizon.
Yeah.
You could lose valuable time.
Exactly. Adrift. That's perfect. It's so easy to get caught up tracking the markets, right? Celebrating gains on paper. And then you pause and think, hang on, what's all this for? For some of you listening, maybe that why is super specific, like funding your child's dream to study overseas, maybe in the US, maybe the UK. Big campus life or old historic universities. For others, it could be about coming back home after working abroad for years, setting up a comfortable, sort of relaxed life here. These aren't just vague dreams, they actually shape your whole approach, your timeline, how much risk you should take.
And the scale of this why can vary enormously. It can be really profound, actually. I was talking to a family not long ago, and their goal wasn't just, say, personal wealth. It was bigger. They had this 100-year plan, seriously, a century-long vision to set up a charitable foundation, something that would support their ancestral village for generations to come. Think about that kind of impact.
Wow, 100 years. That's a very different perspective.
It is. Now, contrast that with something shorter term, but just as valid for the person involved, like maybe buying a vacation home, say, down in Goa. And the goal is just 5 years away. So the immediate question for us, and for you listening, is how do these totally different whys dictate the strategy?
I have to, right?
Right, they absolutely must.
For that multi-generational foundation, you're thinking long-term growth, global diversification, inflation protection is key. Maybe even impact investing that aligns with their values. You can ride out market bumps. But for the Goa place in 5 years, totally different ball game. You need capital preservation, liquidity. You're probably looking at fixed income, maybe high-yield savings, very carefully chosen short-term things. You definitely don't want that money exposed to big market swings just before you need it, see? The why completely shifts the risk you're willing, or should be willing, to take. So if you boil it all down, your why really is your financial North Star. It's personal. It's that constant guidepost for every single decision you make with your money. It turns a simple collection of assets, maybe stocks here, bonds there, into a focused, powerful engine working for your life. You move from just owning stuff to strategically building something meaningful to you.
That's a really important shift in thinking. Owning versus building. I like that. And navigating by that North Star. Well, sometimes the stars seem to shift, don't they? Or your own life takes a turn. That's often where professional guidance really helps. A good wealth manager, a certified financial planner, they're not just number crunchers. Think of them more like financial architects. You bring them your why, your dream life vision. They help draw up the blueprint. And they know how to handle the complexities, especially for people with global lives. Things like, setting up the right trust structures, understanding double taxation agreements if you have income from different places, or using repatriation rules smartly to bring money home. It gets complicated fast.
It really does. And it's not a one-time thing.
No, exactly. Your why can evolve. Maybe that child decides university abroad isn't for them after all. Or that Goa dream changes into funding a passion project instead. A good advisor, that architect, helps you adjust the plan. Pivot. Maybe shift funds from those safe, short-term things towards something with more long-term growth potential if your goals change.
Which really brings us back to the core question. The one for you to think about, after this deep dive is over. Forget the day-to-day market noise for a second. What is your why? What's that deeply personal reason driving it all?